Hello farmers and welcome back to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. It's a Friday. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Farmable, Mr. Anderson, Diamondback, David, Storefern, Big Jim, Skender, Branding Iron, Tin Man, Mr. Whitfield is here as well. I think that covers everyone that has talked in chat so far. Hope everyone's, like I said, is having a good Friday. You can see in the background the green bean harvest is going on. We're about 30% done. I also got a contract for mowing across the way, and that is actually just about done. Let me jump over to there, and we'll finish this one up here and collect on that. So the game's been running for about maybe 20 minutes or so, trying to get some of the harvesting done before we started today. Yeah, that contract's done. Let's go collecting that. I think it was like, wait, was it 7,000? I forgot how much this contract was for. Yeah, 7,644. That's a good way to start the stream. Bring in some cash. The green bean harvest, that should bring us in about 10 grand. Actually, if after we pay the worker, maybe like 8 grand. It may cost us like 2 grand. Plus, we had to lease everything as well. So, yeah, it's going to be about 8 grand worth that. But we'll get some green beans extra out of that, I hope. We shall see. Yeah, this harvest was going on, but the header got stuck on the ground, and the worker was going nowhere. So that worker had to be put to a stop. And that is probably what I'll be doing here very soon. Meanwhile, like I said, the green bean harvest. Oh yeah, we're going to be selling our dairy products as well. That came out of the dairy production. All that. Right now we got 4,000 liters of cheese, 4,000 liters of bottled buffalo milk, 10,000 liters of goat cheese, 14,000 liters of butter, and 15,000 liters of bottled milk. So that's going to be going over to Grandpa Walter at the small farmer's kiosk. No, I don't need the dev command just yet. And yeah, so the green bean harvest will be going on. Got to get that done today. Hello, John. Hello, Kitty. Welcome. Good Friday to you. Seems the cold's not that heavy. I mean, I feel like I'm getting better, but then it's like one thing after another, so we'll see how it goes. This time of the year can be tricky, so we'll see. How are the trees looking? The trees haven't done anything. If you're not one of the ones we planted down by the sawmill, those have not grown at all yet. So yeah, the green bean harvest is going to be going on. We'll also be getting over to next month, I do believe. We got the spinach harvest. I think should be next month. We'll be getting that done. There is rain in the forecast. You may see that, but don't worry. The rain's not going to be here not until like showing 8 o'clock at this point. Right now it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we should get plenty of work done. Let me tab through. What do we get to first? We get to the Massey Ferguson, which is actually just about full. Where is my trailer for that? Let's bring that over and dump in the long grain rice. Yeah, I am feeling a little bit better as each day passes since I got the cold. The one thing that's not changing, and I wish I could change, is I'm not sleeping that well. I'm not tired, but I wouldn't argue about taking a nap right now. I think I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning. And I thought, well, that's no big deal. I got plenty of time. I'll go, do some stuff around the house. I'll have a little bit of breakfast, and maybe I'll take a nap before the stream starts. Well, I've not taken a nap yet. So, but I don't feel tired, but yeah, I'm pretty sure if my head hit the pillow on the couch right now, I could probably take a good 20-minute nap. So we're going to go ahead and harvest this rice field, which all of a sudden the header seems to be catching on the ground. I'm not sure why. I know a lot of people did ask weeks ago if I was having a problem. I didn't think we were, but it appears that I do. I do have the problem. I was going to ask Skender, how is your cousin doing, by the way, as you had to take off? And also, John, as in John Turley, how are you and your wife doing as well? I know you guys have been battling the dreaded C word, so hopefully everyone's getting a little bit better. Yeah, the header is catching the ground here even as well. So I was looking, like I said, the game's been running for about a half an hour. I've been kind of getting some things done around the house while it's been running in the background, but then I come back every once in a while and I keep thinking, what do we do with the money? So yesterday we had like $250,000, I think it was, something like that. And I finally just threw it at the loan. I figured, you know what, the money's just sitting there. I'd rather throw it at the loan, and that way we can save some money on the loan interest. So we did that. So with the loan has been knocked down to like just under 3.3 million now. So we're getting closer to that. Part of me does want to buy something for the farm, but it's not like I desperately need anything currently. But there are things I would like to improve on. NyQuil works well. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather not try to take anything that would make me actually sleep. Because if my body's telling me you don't need to sleep, I feel like my body's trying to, you know, my body's like, you don't need to sleep, get up and do stuff. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, John. So at least, as long as one of you improve, you can kind of take care of the other one a little bit better. I remember having that dreaded thing years ago, which was not a surprise for me, for what I did, catching that. So yeah, we're going to have a good amount of money here today selling all the dairy stuff. The kid and his wife are fine, but he got out of the car window from the front window. The doctor said he got issues with the spine. My head is okay. Are we sure about the head being okay? No, I just shouldn't be joking about that. There's nothing in it, so I wasn't worried about that. Oh, okay, so you made a joke about it as well. Robert may show up. I mean, we've only been streaming here for about 10 minutes. Could be making his coffee or something like that. And we do have another rice field to harvest after this one, but as you saw, that green bean field needs a little... Yeah, see, now I'm getting stuck on the ground as well here. This didn't happen in this field when I first got it, I don't think. Hello, Sir Will. Good Friday to you, sir. So yeah, we'll be over $100,000 when we sell that dairy product. We actually should be closer to 150. The sawmill is got a few stuff down there, but I think we'll probably sell some of that stuff next month when the spinach harvest is going on. Let me try to grab this stuff here. So, I mean, with the money we get, the options are, of course, pay back some on the loan, get more equipment for the farm, or upgrade some equipment for the farm, or buy more land is an option as well. But I suppose buying land right now, unless there was a crop ready for harvesting in it, there's no rush in that. I've been talking about getting that JCB tractor, getting another, you know, like I think it's a 250 horsepower tractor, just on the farm, so we can probably maybe do more contracts on the side and get more money coming in. By next year's harvest, though, I would like to get a bigger grain trailer. I think having two would be good. So keeping the one that we have on the Deutz right there, that's like a 20,000 liter trailer. That's good to have to feed the chickens, and it's also the right height for the auger on this combine. And then getting another trailer similar maybe to that, maybe get the bigger Brantner. I think that's a Brantner trailer. And that can be used for like the spinach harvesting and all that stuff. Hello, Adam. How are you doing today? Although I do believe I did make a mistake with bringing all that wheat that we harvested a couple of streams ago to the grain mill, because I don't think I'm going to have enough food for the chickens for another year. And buying chicken food is definitely not the way to go. But, so, I mean, I could either sell chickens as we go along, even though chickens are not worth much. I could sell chickens at some point, just to cut down the cost. But we'll see how we're getting along when it gets to next spring. Hello, Drifter. I was looking at contracts as well before the stream started, and as of just adding the mowing contract that we just finished up, there was nothing really looking good to get done on the side. Oh yeah, and hello Barbara, hope you're having a nice Friday as well. What's the most profitable thing to do with rice? I mean, I haven't looked at it too much, but I would assume probably make noodle soup, only because you're taking the rice, making the rice into rice flour, and then taking the rice flour and then making noodle soup out of it. So the further down the production line you go, you would think you would make more money out of it. That's what I'm doing with my long grain rice, but I haven't looked too much into it. Trying to get auto drive to work. I'm just trying to get my workers to work. Hello, Adam McKinney. Well, okay, now we got a couple of Adams in chat, so I have to be more specific when I say Adam, I guess. Flip a field instead of selling chickens? I'm not a field flipper. Well, there you go. You can go ahead and make bread out of it too, I suppose. I keep forgetting about the regular bakery. I don't think I've used a bakery since No Man's Land. That would have been back in January of 22. I don't, for me personally, I don't like flipping fields. And for those who don't know what field flipping is, so being September, if I looked at the map and found like a wheat, barley, a sorghum field that's ready for harvest, I could buy the field, which then of course it's our field, harvest the field, and then after I'm done harvesting it, turn around and sell it because field prices don't change. So basically I bought the field and sold the field. So I don't gain or lose money that way, but I get the crop out of it. The rice box is the most profitable at the moment. It's actually considered a glitch right now. It is at 349%-ish return. I don't remember it being that high, because we were making boxed rice for a while. Boxed rice. What's the recipe on boxed rice? Meaning, what's the ratio? So it's about 50%. So long grain rice. Long grain rice sells for $5.60. So boxed rice better go for like about $1,200. Yeah, and it goes for almost $2,700. So yeah, that's a pretty good increase. Says the guy who buys full-size trees and cuts them down for the sawmill. I say when I do it that, to me, that's, is it cheating? Yes, I feel like that's cheating when I do the trees. But it's more like cheesing the system in some way, because but in order to get this series, keep this series going, I gotta do that for the sawmill. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I actually flipped a field. It's been a long time since I flipped a field. Have I used auto drive? I've never used auto drive in any series before. Yeah, I was talking about frame drops. Was that yesterday or the day before? Because someone asked me if I was having frame drop issues. And they were asking, it's more like... it was more like their frame rate was like a heartbeat. It would just go up and down for no particular reason. Yeah, this is funny. The header on this field is clipping the ground going, this would be south, but it doesn't clip it going north. I'm buying the tree so you think it's fair. It all depends on how you want to look at it, though. It seems like $2,000 for those trees and what they output out of the sawmill seems a little ridiculous, but I'm not shy to say when I think I'm cheating. Hello, Eddie, and yep, enjoy your lurking. That green bean harvester's got to be almost full. That may have come up, but I've been reading chat so much I may have missed it. Once I get this field done, we'll get it down to the other rice field and put it on a worker. So, not sleeping a whole lot last night or this morning. I did talk about yesterday Medieval Dynasty, so I downloaded Medieval Dynasty. Which I found out, Medieval Dynasty, I got 130 hours into the game. And the last time I played it was February of 2021. And my old save was there, so I went in the game for about maybe a half an hour. And boy, did I feel so lost. I did. Had no idea. I mean, once I saw my little village I had, I was like, I remember doing this. But as for learning all the controls and all that kind of stuff, I was lost. Just like I am in most games, just lost. Don't think I'm going to fit much more into this trailer here. Okay, how about none at all? Hello, Robert. How you doing this Friday? Drive across our neighbor's field. That looks so lovely for a seed bed. My worker in the green bean field does not have a full grain tank yet. Man, I thought I just filled up this tractor with diesel. Well, we're going to be in town. We'll swing into the fuel depot and top off with diesel. I'm not bad, Robert. Not bad at all. Thank you for asking. I did activate this in the grain mill, did I not? Grain mill, long grain rice. It is running. Okay, we're good. Alright, give me some diesel, please. I figured out that to keep up with the chickens, you can plant sorghum, harvest it, and have plenty of time to plant barley. I don't have a planter currently. But I guess I could, that's on the shopping list like a lot of other things are. Let's go unload our Massey Ferguson harvester, get that on a worker, then jump up to the other harvest and empty out the green beans. That would have been so perfect if the glitch was still there, but I think that was way back in early 22 when they fixed it. When a contract had grain going to a production building and you owned it, you used to get all of the grain. But they kind of took care of that. Currently, Robert, my cold and throat are doing okay today. We'll see how it happens as I go along. Of course, I'm not talking a lot when I'm not streaming, so saving the vocal cords a bit. We'll see how it goes along here. Usually about 3 hours in, I can start to tell if I'm going to head south or can I just keep on going. Some farmer has left their header here still. Alright, let's get back into... this is what we need to be in. And since this is not our field, we can empty out the harvester on the quote-unquote wrong side. So this trailer that we're using right here, I think is the one I might be going for in the sale. Or not in the sale, but to buy one. It's another power tube, but it's the bigger brother of the one that we currently got. It'll be a good trailer to have up here. Also for the wood chips, we could use it. Be very good. Got to watch one of my 7-hour streams last night on this map early on. Yeah, that would have been like one of the first 3 or 4 streams when I went kind of hard when it first came out. I have toned back the hours on here. But I have hit 200 hours on this map now. Give or take maybe about 10 hours that I'm not actually playing when I was trying to figure out the graphic problem for early on, and also when the game's running for about 10-15 minutes before the stream starts. So yes, I know we just put green beans into the canning production, which we own, but since it's for a contract, we don't get those. That is 60, I think it said 60% of the green beans have been delivered. So the one thing I gotta be sure of when we do this field is we don't deliver all the green beans until the harvest is done, because we want the harvester to get all the green beans out the field. Alright, so that's running the mower. We'll just keep that there for now. Rice harvest is going on. I do need to feed the cows and the goats, but I want to tab through. Oh yeah, I got to make some hay as well. That's right. I cut the grass, but I got to make the hay. The dairy stuff needs to be sold. And this should be about $100,000. So let's go over and see Grandpa Walter. Oh yeah, and also we gotta put slurry down in that field right there, and we gotta plant barley into that field. So yeah, plenty of work needs to be done. Hello, Kid Dozer. Good Friday to you. David Patton, hello. Then after I sell this, I think we'll drop off the semi at the sawmill. Or maybe I'll even pick up the wood chips and get those put into into our silo on top of the hill. Wasn't expecting the car to turn there, but it did. This poor field 70, I think it's field 77, just to our right. That field's been kind of vacant now for like 4 years, it seems like. Maybe even longer than that. So we should be able to drive right on through the small kiosk sell point. Since I cut down the bushes around there, we can just drive on through. Oh, at first I was thinking, how is my green bean harvester almost full? It's going to be the Massey Ferguson harvesting the long grain rice that's almost full. Ooh, almost tipped over, but I got saved by that bush. Cement production actually has a good amount of stuff outside as well. But I'm going to leave that there. And just let it keep on piling up. And if I ever need some money to buy something, by the time I get back over here, we'll have a good amount for it. Lucky save. I wouldn't call it a save. I just got lucky. just turned the corner. And yeah, the bush happened to be there to save me. Alright, so to sell at this sell point, I gotta go in here. We'll unstrap everything and it should sell. $96,685 from all that dairy product that we just sold. Oh, no. Train. Hello, Stewie. How you doing today? And also, hello, Jay, as well. Come on, spinach bags, huh? Well, we're not going to be selling that stuff today, I don't think. Going to leave some stuff to sell for tomorrow, but we had to sell the dairy now because the price of the dairy products was all very good. The price was starting to drop. But I'm thinking we'll have our spinach harvest going on tomorrow. So while the harvester's doing the hokey pokey in the field, we can be doing a lot of selling at the sawmill, the cannery, and whatever else needs to be done. But that did get us up to currently 150,000. When I was in the fire department, I didn't drive the fire engine by any chance. No. Come on, school bus, get a move on. Do you think they will fix the bridge saves you doing generally type jumps, or they leave it alone? I think they'll leave the bridge alone over there. Oh, Jay, you're making spinach bags. Are you using the small production, or are you using the large canning production that's on the map? If it's a small production, yeah, it's going to take a while. I did kind of pile the stuff here because the truck was in front and I was going to load it before I took off. But as we can see, that did not happen. Yeah, I'm just taking everything in the sawmill that's in a row and just pushing it out towards the road. And we'll let the autoloader sort it all out. We do have 65,000 liters of wood in the mill, so that's good for another month. Alright, so, nope, that's not the button I want to hit at all. Want to hit that button there. So, yeah, my rice harvester is probably full. Yeah, we'll destroy a little bit of crop here at the edge that the harvester didn't get. And, of course, it's on the wrong side. Hello, Farm to Bull. How you doing? Yes, Stewie, we got the universal autoloading mod. Currently, I don't know if I got the latest version of it, but it's working for what I want to be doing. Small production, too poor for the preserved food factory, sigh. Yeah, the canning factory is, at least on this map, is 330,000, I believe. Alright, get the worker back going here as the worker tries to run me over. Although the worker usually has a hard time harvesting this field, so we'll see how it gets along. Oh good, jumped right into the Agro Stars, which is where I need to be. Let's see if I can Ted and windrow this field before I got to run off and do something else. Luckily we got ourselves a big tedder here, so we know this job does not take that long. I definitely want to get that. Oh, definitely want to get that barley planted this month. I can plant it next month, but as I said, I'm going to be, I think, a little shy on the chicken food. So the sooner I plant it, the earlier I'll be able to harvest it next year, which could be very important. Trying to think as to why, because in the previous years, we've been able to get a couple of cuts in this grass field to make silage bales out of it. But this year it seems like I'm going through the hay a lot more. Now I realize we probably have more goats, but let's be honest, I haven't really been feeding the goats too much, although today we will. There's a mod called Farm Production Level 2, which increases the output by 250%. Is that for all production buildings or just the small production buildings? Just curious on that myself. And was that on the mod hub? Because if it's on the mod hub, I missed that one. I don't remember seeing that on come out in the past week or so. Welcome back, Josh. Just for the small production buildings? Ah. Well, I'm at the stage in this farm where the small production buildings I'm not going to be doing at all. We make enough money fast enough to where if I want a production building, I'll just save up for it. But I don't think... I think for production buildings on this map here, I think I'm at where we need to be. I don't think I need to be purchasing any more. Alright, one more pass with the tedder, then we can grab the windrower. I say one more pass. Yeah, one more pass. We can do it. It's like this tedder was made for this field. Alright, the grass is now hay. And, let's see, Worker G. Which one's Worker G? I guess it's going to be this worker. Driving in the long grain rice, are you? Hello, Terry. How you doing? Not lining myself up good to be putting my equipment back away in this shed. Alright, gotta go down and empty out the harvester that's almost full of rice. Not close enough. There we go. Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to empty out the green bean harvester since we're here. No, I don't use the autoloader for the bales yet. Actually, I'm going to go dump these into the cannery just to give ourselves an empty trailer. And we should be able to get the rest of the field in this trailer. So we were at 60% delivered. Hopefully this will get me up to like 70%. 78%. I think we're going to get a lot of green beans. The more flour mod on the mod hub has a small production, but the production time and amount has been edited to the more and faster than base game and still costs the price of a small production. Yeah, that one I do know about. But the grain mill that we got, I'm happy with. That goes through it just fine for what we're doing so far. Let's see. There we are. Yours just loads the round bales in the middle of the trailer and can only fit 8 on it. Must be doing something wrong with it. I don't know if we can still... I think it's possible. Let me go ahead and see here. Flatbed trailers, if I do this, is this got universal autoload? So if you go into the store, you can see this rectangle. There should be a way to adjust that. And I kind of forgot how to do it. Oh, go down to auto load. Unloading position. Horizontal loading. Enable side loading. Rear loading. Limit stacking height. You might want to turn that off. That option off. And maybe that'll load more bales for you. But I thought there was a way, and I kind of forgot how to do it. I was going to look, but I thought there was a way we could adjust the loading side, but that may have been on a previous version of the autoloader. That's why it's showing us the box here. But anyways, I kind of forgot. But make sure you got the limit stacking height off, and you should be able to fit a little bit more into your baling trailer. Hang on, worker. Let me back the Deutz up a little bit with the grain trailer, and I'll get out of your way, man. Oh, it's right-click when you're in the store? I know when I first got the mod, I read about it. I'm like, okay. And I came in the game that night, and I tried it. I'm like, okay, and I did it. I said, I'll remember how to do it. And then I stream it. It's like, how do I do that again? So while this is unloading, let me go back into here. Click on that. Yeah, right mouse button is not working. Was it middle? Oh, it's middle mouse button. For me, it's middle mouse button. And then... So you got to activate it with middle mouse button, and then with your right mouse button, you can change the size of where the auto-loading goes. I don't know how it would look if I were to leave it like that. That may look a little weird, but... So when you come in and you see the blue rectangle, middle mouse button, then you'll see the little pink squares show up. Then right mouse button, then you can adjust the size of the auto-loading. There, we got there in the end. Hello, Glenn. Good Friday to you. That darn header is right there. I'll move it at some point. Alright, back into the Agro Star. Let's get my hay rode up. And the Voltra is over here, so I'll use that to make the hay bales today. I won't put the Agro Star through the torture. Actually, what I could do... Actually, I might... Okay. Yeah, maybe I do need the JCB tractor. I was ready to say, you know what I could do? I could get a worker to start putting slurry in our field. Is the 3650 over there? No, the 3650 is up here. I don't have any tractors back at the farm, do I? I mean, I got the telehandler. I thought about getting a worker to start putting slurry on the field, and I could get it to where the worker is pulling the slurry right out of the cow barn. Yeah, we're getting a lot of long grain rice out of that field, it seems like. Combine's almost full again. Red car, I think that's like the third time I've been making hay. This year, and you've always come around the corner at the wrong time. Or in some cases, the right time. So with our grass field, we'll get another cut in November, which will be the 4th cut of the year. Why are you growing in the fields where the 3650 is based? That's just our new field that has popular in it. That's right across the green bean field that we're harvesting. Eventually that field there will be our pea field when we get down that road, which might be a little ways, but it's down the road. That'll be a pea field, but for now it's going to be our popular field, or one of them. Yeah, I don't think that red car wants me making hay or something. Like, I think it's like every time I cut the grass field this year. I'm sure that red car is just on a loop, going around whatever path is set out for it. That's why we always, or at least I always run into it. Yeah, that poplar field, though, along with the other ones, we're not going to be harvesting those until, like, next June or July. It's going to be a while. Kind of waiting for Katie, which owns the grass field right next to us here. Kind of waiting for her to get a grass cutting contract there. Yeah, so I'm thinking with the money that we have, don't have enough yet, but yeah, I think we'll get ourselves another tractor. And that JCB's been sitting there for a while. Need about another 60,000 or so. Poplar is a slow growing crop. Takes about, I'd say 13 to 14 months before they're ready. All right, Terry, thanks for stopping in for a few moments. Now, I know I said the Agro Star would stay here, but I do need to get that slurry placed in that field. So we're going to bring the Agro Star down, hitch up to the slurry tanker, and I got to find that setting. Hopefully it's still in the game in FS25 to allow us to hire a worker, and they'll take the slurry right from the cow barn. Can you show us again where to turn on the auto-loading settings? Not in the shop, but the menu. Well, if you got your autoloader attached to, or whatever autoloader you have, as long as you have your help menu up, the help menu will show, tell you what buttons to hit to activate what you're trying to do. So if you're just trying to load stuff, it's going to be left shift R to load and left shift I to unload. The insert key will change it from stacking to doing it in layers. So when it loads up, if you got it on layers, it'll load up the whole trailer before it stacks it and then moves on, which is a lot better. I do believe the slurry tanker is in our shed here. It is. Oh, it's got slurry in it too. Perfect. Actually, I'm not even... Can I hire a worker for this in 25? I would think so. But let me go into here to settings. Is it going to be in the game settings or general settings? Vehicle control, AI workers. Yeah, AI worker, refill slurry, Dairy Queen. That's what we want. So I'm just going to hit hire worker. And hopefully they can figure it out. So yeah, on the autoloader, if you bring up the HUD in the upper left-hand corner, everything should be right there for you. You can see it says start loading, left shift R. Loading method is layered or stacked. And then you can choose if you want to load full pallets or like half pallets as well. So right now when it says loading filter, it says full only. It's going to fill up pallets that are only full. So like if you're next to like the goat milk or eggs that are only half full, it won't take half full ones. You have to switch it to where it says any. Then they can change what container you want to load or just load them all up. So those are your options on, that's the best way. Bring up the helper HUD and that'll guide you through what you need to get done. And that's getting along well. Oh yeah, you need to be unloaded. And every time I go to unload this, the auger is in the crop. I don't think you can... I mean, on PC, I can get rid of the info at the bottom right-hand corner by turning the HUD off. But then that turns everything off. And I know you're on console, so I don't know if there's an option for that or not. Alright, let's get this out of the way so it doesn't affect the worker at all. Alright, you're already splitting slurry, so we appreciate that. Alright, the Vulture is what I need next. This is why when sometimes people ask me when I do a Let's Play in a series and they say, why don't you buy the entire map, buy all fields? And I'm trying to think, no. That's just way too much work. Can it be done? Of course, but for making like videos, it would be terrible to watch, I think. Me just running around. In a way, I felt like I did it on Oceanside Forest with those 3 big fields. And I don't feel like doing it again. Yeah, YouTube's been going crazy with the ads because it's the holiday season. I got ads on limited, so when I select the live stream, I could go normal, I could go crazy on the ads, or I can go on limited. And I got the ads on limited, and you guys still say the ads are coming out left and right, seems like. But usually from what I was told on the ads, like when you start watching a stream, you may get some quite a bit at the beginning, but the longer you watch, the fewer you get. But who knows? Kind of hope in the next patch, whenever it will be, that they kind of sort out the flickering of the swaths. You can see how they kind of render in and they kind of change all the time. But compared to where Farming Sim 25 was when it came out to where it is now, if I just got to deal with the swaths of straw and hay and whatever flicker here and there, I can deal with that. I've only had 2 sets since the start of the stream, so in an hour and 50 minutes, you've only had 2 sets of ads, but other people get... They tried to explain to me when I asked them how the ads go, and they say it's going to be different for every viewer, depending on how many ads you've seen during the day from watching other videos and such. Determines how many ads you get. More complicated than I wanted to know when I started asking questions on it. Don't drop my bale in the river, please. Hello, farmer. How you doing today? Worker F almost has a full grain tank, so that's the green bean harvester. So once I get this baled up, we'll jump up and empty out the green bean harvester so I can continue. But make sure I do not deliver the green beans. We want to make sure the harvester gets the whole field done. before I complete the delivery. Don't want the contract to end. And hopefully we get... In that field before, when I did it for spinach, I got like 15,000 liters of spinach extra off that field. See how much we get in green beans. Still haven't gone through a whole bunch of twine on the baler yet. And we're in year 7, I think we saw yesterday. And AI worker has completed their task. I'm thinking that might be the rice harvest. Alright, now I'll tab through about 20 vehicles before I actually get to where I want to be. Not 20. More like 6. And that should have no problem finishing off that harvest. Alright, now to here. Well, I guess I'll go around the edge of the field and get what's here. It won't be a whole lot, but it'll be something. Hello, Monsieurs. Welcome back for a wonderful Friday. Hopefully your Friday has gone rather well. So when you're doing a baler contract and you keep the bales, you have to put them, I guess, into a bale shed before completing the contract. I guess that's the way to get around that, if that's what you want to do. I haven't tried it myself, putting the bales in the shed to see if they stay, but was told a while back that that works. How much money do I make per ad? Have no idea. That's all on YouTube's side. I don't get to choose what ads are run. It's all, everyone's going to see different ads depending on their location and what you've been searching online sometimes. That's the way it works. Not everyone gets ads at the same time. It's all different for everyone. Hello, Skinny. I'm doing slowly getting better. Wonder how much slurry we got left in the cow barn that our worker is using. Slurry. He's almost out of the slurry. Back to the grain mill for the last time. At least this year. And in it goes. You got 49 hours in, you're still using the Massey harvester? I got over 200 hours in. I'm still using it. But that harvester, for how cheap it is, it does almost the same as like the next step up harvesters. There's not that much difference. So all of our fields have been harvested, minus the, of course, the poplar. The tank is empty in the slurry spreader. So the question is, how far did they get in fertilizing this field? Let's turn off weeds. Let's turn off rolling. Oh, they got almost all the way done. Did you even use the slurry that was in the tank, or do you just take it from the cow barn? Nope, that was everything. Alright, so I won't have that much fertilizing to do when the crop grows. Because we're going to bring the Vulture down. We're going to get that started on planting right away. After I pick up some hay bales, of course. Let's not get the pickup section stuck into the ground, please. You like the older style equipment? All depends on my mood, what I'm looking for in the farm. As long as the equipment is efficient, I could care less how much it looks sometimes. So 3 more bales. And looks like these 3 right here are the prime target. And back to the farm we go. We are getting the work done in September at a pretty good clip, actually. I think the green bean harvest is actually over. The last 4% is what I got to deliver. Did you have your tea yet, Robert? Maybe that's maybe if you missed your tea, maybe that's the reason why. Really should think about getting the slurry tank on the other side of the road for the cow barn. Or at least try to use some more slurry like in the springtime. Thing is, the only thing I'm really planting in the spring is the long grain rice. And I don't need more fertilizer for that. I think that'll keep on lowering down even after I detach from it. It will. Am I not close enough to that or what? Guess I wasn't. Alright, so we want to plant barley. And we'll top off the drill with everything that it needs. I think I had enough anyways, but Well, maybe that's why you're hungry, Robert, because your body knows that the tea should have been happening about an hour ago. Alright, worker is going to go off and do his thing. Now I need to get into... Well, I can just bring the harvester over to the trailer. So the entire field got harvested, which is what we wanted. Well, seeing I got just 15,000 liters now, it's not going to be as much as we got for the spinach, because we had 15,000 liters for the spinach. But it might be like 9,000 liters extra. Contract finish, we can go right into here, and we should be able to see green beans. 8,006 liters is what we got out of it for that contract, and we are going to go into there and actually activate jarred green beans, and you can see that right here. Green beans, 8,006 liters. We'll activate that. That's in storing. That's all good, and now we can collect on that contract. Almost 10 grand for that, but we did pay for the worker for quite a bit. Bale wrapping, harvesting, mowing. I was asking about Katie in her grass field, and now there she is. We'll accept that contract. And the first thing I jump into is the McDon. How about that? Yeah, auto drive, I heard, I've never used it myself, but if you're going to be on a map for a long time, auto drive is a great thing. Oh no, the barge is coming. Can I get across fast? No, I cannot. Alright, well that's, while we're waiting for that, we'll start bringing stuff back to the farm. Don't like the way the computer gets hung up on stuff when it drives to the fields. Yeah, I think it was like the third or fourth stream that I did that one of my workers drove into the river. I guess they thought my tractor needed a wash. That should snap on there. Dropped it off almost at the exact spot it needed to be, which is rare. Take down a road sign along the way. Oh no, it's still there. I thought I took it down. And you can see our barley being planted. And hopefully we can get to June with the amount of feed that we have for the chickens. All right, let me clean this up a little bit by putting some of this stuff away. It'll be easier if I just drive in and angle it like this. Also need to, yeah, I know, put more sheds down here. The shopping list, I buy one thing and I put like 6 other things on it. Now I'll go get that header that's been sitting down there since, I think, August. Maybe even July. That's got to be right where it should be. Why can't I... Really? I can't attach to that? That doesn't seem right. Is that just bugged or what? Oh, okay. Yeah, the drawbar was further out than I thought it was. I was thinking there's no way that the AgroStar can't hitch up to that. The grass was hiding the rest of it. So we used up all the slurry from the cow barn. Start stockpiling up for next season. I'm bad at backing up trailers like this. I always oversteer with it. Alright, that's going to be good enough for me. Okay, this needs to go back to the grass field. But let's get back to the barge, shall we? As far as I know, the way you change a rice field back into a regular field is you got to delete the rice field in the construction menu. But when you do that, it doesn't change it back to a field. You're going to have to re-plow the field into a field. And when you delete the field, it kind of goes this into like a meadow grass type of a thing. Fog is starting to settle in here. And hire a worker. I do need to feed the animals, but let me get this put away. Tim, I'm not on the multiplayer server. Alright, and then get the Agro Star back up to the grass field. And then I can come down, grab the telehandler, and we'll feed the cows and the goats. Did miss a little bit of long grain rice in that corner of that field there, but that's going to be good enough for me, I guess. Actually, I could have brought back the bale trailer to pick up the rest of the bales, but then the bales will have to go back to the farm. Maybe I'll use the... Oh, come on, car. You were out the intersection. Let's go. Maybe I'll use the telehandler to come up, get the bales. And the bales that we have will feed the goats and the cows that way. Didn't think you were going to like this map, but you love it. A lot of people don't like it because the river, and if you don't want to take the ferry, you gotta drive around it, but really I don't think it has that much time. It's Riverbend Springs has become my favorite Giants map. It's been a while since I liked one of their maps. Alright, where was that telehandler? There we are. Throw the beacon on, we'll grab the bale trailer, which should work on this. And we'll go grab the rest of those bales. And then once we get the cows and goats fed, I'll have to go through my checklist for the production buildings, double check on the animals, and we're just about all set for the month. If you buy a field and decide to sell it later, will contracts appear on that field? They used to in 22. I'm going to assume they do as well in 25. Don't see why not. I know it did in 22 because on the hills of Tuscany, I own a field over by the grapes, and I think in year 6 or so, I finally sold that field to move it closer to the farm, and contracts started appearing in that field. Hello, Midwest Farmer. Good Friday to you. Same here north. I did a contract for peas, and it didn't register that I harvested the field, but it registered I delivered the crop. And since then, that field has been pretty much vacant. Now, for modified fields that you're just mentioning, the last time I tried that was in FS19 on Mercury Farms. I merged some fields together, but when I sold them and tried it, the farmers and contracts, they base it off what the map looked like from day one, not where I adjusted it to. But that's the last time I tried that. I mean, that's going way back to FS19. So all these bales pretty much will get used when we get back to the farm. John, there's a decent chance I'll stream Medieval Dynasty. Tried it this morning when I wasn't sleeping, so it's like, yeah, let me go back in. So I did see when I re-downloaded Medieval Dynasty last night after the stream, I played 130 hours of Medieval Dynasty, but the last time I played was in February of 2021. I logged into my old save, and I kind of remember it looked like I had a pretty established settlement. But getting used to all the controls and everything, if I do stream it, I'm going to start a new game. Anyways, but yeah, Medieval Dynasty. Definitely want to play a little bit more off camera, just a little bit, to see if I can see how I feel with it. See, because I don't want to start it and then not really like go on through with it. I just know though 130 hours in, that's how long it will take me to get back to where I was. Maybe even longer, because I don't know what changes they made to the game since then. Andrew, the only thing I would say, if you're a brand new player, are you saying you're new to Farming Sim altogether, or have you played other games of Farming Simulator and you're just new to 25? Just want to put the bale trailer away before I start moving bales around. Be a little bit easier without the trailer on the back. Okay, Andrew, so if you're really new to Farming Simulator 25, I would recommend playing on easy mode because easy mode means easy economy, so you'll earn a lot of money a lot faster. So by earning money a lot faster, it'll let you be able to buy things sooner, try things out. Also, you may want to turn off a lot of options and maybe walk your way into the game rather than have everything turned on like lime, weeds, stones. Maybe turn all that stuff off until you get used to the base mechanics of the game. But if you've been watching a lot of YouTubers and content creators play the game throughout the years, then you kind of have a concept of what to do. But like Kid Dozer said, just remember, first of all, have fun. And, you know, play the game as you see fit for yourself. Don't worry too much, like watching someone like me playing on hard economy with everything turned on, and then try to, you know, your first playthrough, try to simulate that yourself, because it could be a lot to get used to. I'm just sitting in the tractor here, so they take all the bales, and the bales all drop. As we have seen, if I were to leave here, the bales would stay hovering rather than keep on dropping down. So the cows are good. Let's go feed the goats. Yeah, but definitely on your first map that you play on, I would say maybe just try to learn the game itself, and then once you start feeling comfortable about it, don't feel bad if you just want to restart on the same map or go to a different map. And, you know, I would just say just try to learn on your first save game. Experiment. That's why I say play on easy mode, just because you'll earn money a lot quicker, and you'll be able to buy things a lot quicker. Alright, the goats are all fed. All the animals are happy. Our Voltra doesn't actually have that much more to do in that field. Alright, so the contract is still going in that field, but we're going to go, since we are waiting for this worker to finish up the barley field. See, I just want the wood chips right now, please. Just to clean this up a little bit. Yeah, go over to the other side. Oh, crap. Well, it loaded the planks. So when you move out of range, I guess it changes from load just one item to we'll grab anything. Not a big deal. There is a help menu in 25. So if you go down to settings, your help menu's right here. You just got to go down to settings, and it's in here. And plus, you can also talk to, of course, the NPCs that are there to help you along the way to learn. So we're going up to this silo, which is a modded silo to take the wood chips. Now we'll back out of here. And I guess since I already got planks on here, I may as well load up the rest of the planks. We'll get ready for selling them in October. Alright, let's switch this over to... Where is it? Just planks, please. And, oh, jumped on the other side of the fence. There, we'll just move this stuff. Oh, no, don't you get stuck on the ground and disappear on me. Yeah, we'll put this stuff over here. Because that will probably be going up to the playground. Yeah, the sawmill's good to go. 63,000 liters. I do got some planks here. That'll do. Well, back to work. I hope everyone has a great evening, afternoon. Thank you for being here, Glenn. Appreciate you as always. So, all right, we're getting caught up on everything, which is great. But let's just jump up here to the playground, see how this is going. Let's see, it needs 4,400 liters of wood beams. I'm shy by 1,000, but we got that down there. Planks, we got plenty of those. And long planks, I got those. So just needs wood beams to finish off that current stage. As for our next toy, the tractor is just about done. And that leaves the trailer behind it that needs to be worked on. So a very slim chance that we might get that sold overnight. This mowing job is done. Let's go ahead and collect on that. Nice little side money while we were doing everything. I think that's going to do it for contracts this month, though. Unless something really jumps out at me. And I don't think it's going to. So the next thing I can do is we'll grab the 3650 John Deere tractor. That's just around the corner, really. And we got to fertilize this grass field, which will take us just a moment. Nope, there it was. Sounds like your long planks north went underneath the map. I've lost a total of like 3 or 4 pallets of either wood chips and or regular planks at the sawmill. from using super strength. And got a little crazy with it, and they went underneath the map. Don't know how far underneath the map they went. And who knows, if they didn't go too far, maybe the autoloader has picked them up by now. I'm not sure. That could be what happened. So a couple passes of the grass field and that will be all set. And if the timing is good, our vulture will be done planting the barley. So yeah, the first 2 hours of the stream was finishing up what we had left to do in September. But we made it there. September is a busy month, as you can see. October is going to be kind of busy as well. The spinach should be ready. And then the question is, can I fit all the spinach we're going to harvest into our production building? Because it wasn't long ago where we harvested spinach, and it's still processing the current spinach as we speak. We'll cross that bridge when it gets there. I'm thinking we're going to have enough room for it, but we'll see. It's a nice problem to have, not enough room for your crop in a production building. All right, let's get this back up to our shed. Take the easy way, shortcut. And kind of hoping that a plowing contract comes up in that green bean field that we just finished harvesting as a contract, because that would pay us like 11 or 12 grand. All right, let's just get into... We'll get there eventually. Wait, did you not? I hope you planted where the damage was. The hail damage. Yeah, it did. I was going to say, because I was seeing the marks, but the reason why I can see the marks where the hail damage was is because it's fertilized. So when it goes to replant, you can see the damage. Maybe kind of hard to see at this angle. But if you get a bird's eye view, you can see the hail damage that happened there. And hail damage that happened there, but it did plant there, so we're all good. And we had a little hail damage there, so that is taking care of the issue. Although every once in a while, I'm still getting where the direct rill's not getting rid of the weeds. Not a big deal, because we'll have to weed the field anyways next month. Do you still have contracts telling you to sell at products you still own, like in 22? So, in other words, are you saying to production buildings that you own? Is that what you're asking? I think that's what you're asking right there. We just did the green bean harvest. Don't know what field number that is. But we just did a green bean field harvest right here in field number 38, and it delivered to the canning production building, which we own. So if your question is delivering to productions that you own, yes. Do you get the crop from the contract? The answer is no, not until you complete the contract. So we didn't get all the green beans off this field because it went to the canning factory. We only got the extra afterwards the contract was done. Not sure if that's what you were asking, but if it was, hopefully that answer will be good enough for you. So I do want to jump up here while we're waiting for that to keep on going through. So the spinnery. Oh yes, look at the fabric that we got here. So if I go to my stock market page, if we look at fabric, we only got that fabric is only worth at the peak time. Well, it is 35,000. We'll pile it over here, although I think this production has enough space for everything. I should bring up the wool, because I only got 5,000 liters left, and I don't want this to stop running overnight. So now I gotta find... Oh, here it is. It's up here at the canning factory. Alright, Tin Man, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Yeah, that would be just, I think that would be a little bit too much by doing contracts that deliver to your production building and you get all the crop. That, I mean, you're getting paid to harvest the field and then get all the crop on top of that. I think that would be just a little bit too much. But that's just me. Probably don't have a whole lot of wool here just because we got a lot of young sheep in this pen. We sold a whole bunch recently. As you can see, we got a little one right here. A juvenile. The ones that jump up and down that are happy-go-lucky, those are the adolescents. And, of course, you got the full-size ones as well. Should have about 71 sheep in here when it's full. Somewhere in the early stages of FS22, they changed that. Not sure when they changed it. Now, I think you can still... What you can still do is, if you don't own a production building, and you deliver to the production building, and of course, you get paid for what you're delivering, and then buy the production building right after, I think that material is still in there. Because I think that's what we did with the toy maker. I brought some stuff up to the toy maker. I bought it a little whiles afterwards, but there was material in there, and we started making toys immediately. As far as I know, Skinner didn't sign off. I'm wondering if he's not listening to the Leonard Skinner vinyl album tonight. Maybe he's maybe he's got the tunes going, but not his brother. I don't know. Seems like I just keep getting vehicles that are getting low on fuel all the time. Could have swore I fueled this International up not long ago. And look at that. I'm getting back to the farmyard just as the Valtra says they're finished. With the harvester now down the other shed, I'll park the International here. Gotta love this little decorative thing that we have here. Alright, we'll go finish off this field. I think it's just a small little section I gotta do anyways. Fully fertilized except for this little section down here, which I can get with the 3650 John Deere. I think my fuel is on normal for a change. I usually have it on high, but for the first series in 25, I wanted to put it at normal, not knowing how the game may have changed. So I switched over to wheat because we're going to be putting wheat in these fields down here, but we are going to go to October because I can be doing this while the spinach harvest is going on. Yeah, so a lot of stuff in the dark green, but as you can see, we sold, this is all the cheese stuff. So for cement stuff, I got about, we'll just call that 20 and another 10. We got like $30,000 worth of cement products over there. So it's a nice amount, but not a great amount. Planks noodle soup, we got 23,000. Those prices always seem to be good anyways. But the cows, they're good. Sheep are good. Chickens, and goats. So the animals are all set. We know the sawmill, that's good for another month. The spinnery, we just brought wool up there. Playground maker, that's going to be going for a while. Greenhouse has got water. Mushrooms got water. Grain mills doing the wheat and long grain rice. Dairy, yeah, we got a lot of dairy stuff in there. Cement, we know, is going. And the canning factory is doing what it can. So I think, yeah, I think we're all set for the month. The Chrome Profi liner is in sale. But we already got a trailer to load up things, so we don't need anything here. Oh yeah, so I think because we were short a tractor this month, I think what's that JCB go for? So it comes with a 178 horse, but I can jump that up to a 235, only for another 4,500. I'm just trying to see roughly what this would cost. Markers. What are the markers? Oh, the markers on the back. Flags. Oh yeah, you guys talked about, or someone talked about having the UK colors on there. Horns. Oh, those type of horns. I wasn't thinking about. For some reason, I was thinking like Texas Longhorns on it. I'm like, really? And front loader attacher, maybe, maybe not. So about 230,000 for the JCB, and the top speed is 37 on that. All right, just something to think about is all. Let's go see what October has to bring. Yes, I think we're all set. Let's just sleep through the night. Well, it is raining again. Let's see what the store has for sale this morning. Well, it's got a tractor for sale, but it's the Landini for doing like grapes and olives. Does have a slurry distributor, but we don't have the tanker for it, so that would be kind of useless. How long before the rain stops? By 10 o'clock. Okay. And the spinach is ready for harvest, is it not? It is. All right, so we're good there. Contracts. Fields 2 and 6. Well, I'm looking for bigger contracts than that. Cultivating, nothing big. Harvesting, that's going to be vegetables, isn't it? For 13,000, it's going to be vegetables, but will it be with a modded one? Oh, it's actually cotton. I was wrong. Yeah, so contracts, nothing really that we're looking for. So let's go ahead and advance time for the rain to stop. We'll feed Sam. Actually, I haven't seen Sam at all today. So, I mean, Sam's a lab, so he doesn't mind the rain at all. And we know he can be a long ways away. We have spotted Sam. So our farm is here. And we have spotted Sam down in field 72 before. So Sam has a wide range that he can cover. Yep, that field's going to need to be herbicide sprayed. The sun's coming out, so we'll slow down time. Now, I do want to see, so if you look at the forecast, it shows it as sunny out, but you can still see and hear it raining. I want to see if I start up the harvester, if it's still technically raining, it's saying, it will say don't harvest in the rain. I mean, it says you can harvest in the rain, actually, but you shouldn't. Well, it's not saying I'm going to take a loss from harvesting, so we're just going to get a worker started, because it could take like another 5-10 minutes of real time for this rain to actually come to a stop. Yeah, this worker's going to do the hokey pokey forever and ever. So how much do I have left in the canning factory? Did I go through all the... I've gone through all the green beans, apparently. So we'll deactivate that. And, yeah, we're probably out of eggs up here. And we're probably also out of the cabbage. Yeah, no cabbage, no eggs. Surprise, surprise. But spinach, I still have 127,000 liters of spinach in here. Hello, William. How you doing? Been watching the videos for about 4 years. Well, thanks for being a long-time viewer. Appreciate you. Is that a modded harvester? No, it's not. That's the base game harvester. Nothing going on there. Alright, we are going to jump into eventually the Vultra. And we're going to get this wheat planted. Will only take us a few minutes to get this done. Ah, the rain now has technically stopped. So I guess the rain is gone by the forecast in the upper right-hand corner, not what it's actually doing on the map. Because it should have said I should not be harvesting the rain because I would lose yield, but that notification did not come up. Now we can hear all the birds coming out after the rain, which is kind of cool. That spinach field is going to need a lot of work after the harvest is done. It's going to need to be plowed. We'll have to pick up the stones and get it all set for next year, where we will replant spinach back into it. That spinach harvest is going to take, well, probably all the way to the end of the stream, more than likely. It might take a couple of hours. I think the windshield wipers would have been on because it was actually raining, but, well, I wasn't in the cab to see if they were actually going. That's the only thing about speeding up time when you're trying to get rid of the rain. It takes the skybox a few moments to catch up to your time advancements. I did not check to see if any of my fields needed, okay, this one does. This one needs lime. So is that one over there. I can put lime into it right after I plant. So that'll have to get done this month. I'm going to try to keep track of how much feed our chickens go through. But I'm pretty sure by the time next harvest season rolls around, I'll forget how much was in the silo and how much we went through. But I'm not happy that I did not fill up the silo with feed for the chickens. Don't think our toys sold overnight either, but I'm sure when we go visit that in just a little while, it's going to be very close to being finished. Yes, I use a G27 steering wheel. Had it for about, well, almost Actually, probably almost a little bit over 10 years now. Also use a Satex side panel as well. Hardly ever really use the keyboard that much. I'm sure someone's done a test on how much yield you lose by harvesting in the rain. I'm sure someone did it in 22. Because before 22, if it was raining, it wouldn't allow you to harvest the crop at all. But now it gives us the option. I would assume the loss of yield has got to be at least around a minimum 30%, but I'm guessing it might actually be more. For me, the steering wheel makes the game much more enjoyable. Easier to drive the tractors and such. But you can also use an Xbox controller or whatever on your PC if you want. It was enough to fail the contract. Well, it doesn't take a whole lot to fail the contract. Because like that big field that we just did for green beans, we only got to keep 8,000 liters extra. Which may seem like a lot, but a field that size. Don't know how much green beans I actually delivered for the contract. I wonder if it actually says in the help menu. Like they give us percentages for increasing the yield and such. I wonder if it says about harvesting in the rain. Does it say anything about harvesting in the rain? That could be like under weather. So improving yield. Animals. Actually, I don't know why I just went past dog. The dog does not appear in the animal menu. I was wondering if it says, does the dog actually give us any bonuses yet? No, dog doesn't give us any bonuses, but I was just curious there. Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't say in the menu like what the loss would be. Well, just curiosity had me. I didn't know if it would say it in there or not. Sony has switched off the Logitech side panel for console on PS5. I thought someone found a workaround for that. Or it could have been the SATEC side panel. They found a side workaround for that. Or I'm just imagining that whole thing up anyways. But I remember people talking about it when the PS5s came out for FS22. Alright, after I get this done, we got a small little strip to do on the other side of the rice field. May have just planted a little bit of wheat into the rice field. Oh yeah, so I did leave some barley in this field when I harvested it, and I wanted to see if the swath would disappear after the harvest time. It looks like the crop is still there. Yeah, you can see the barley inside the straw. So even though we're past harvest time and we harvested it into a swath on the ground, it stays there. Really wish our rice field could expand out this far, but the river would not allow it. So next year I'm not going to have a whole lot of cereal grain for the grain mill, but we'll have plenty of long grain rice like always. Well, we'll probably actually have some barley because our silo can only hold 60,000 liters in total. We should get more than 60,000 liters off the field that we just planted and have to go spray the weeds on here very shortly. Really would like to see a direct drill 12 meter wide come up on the mod hub when Giants get back from their winter break. Nothing really wrong with the 6-meter wide that we have, but definitely would love a 12. Wait, did I miss a spot there or miss the spot completely? Let's not wrap this up just yet. Let's slow down time. Don't need that time 6. That spinach harvest is going to take a while. I don't mind planting a cereal crop in that corner of the field. One, we kind of need it a little bit more than anything else. That's why I say eventually we'll have more fields, but we're not quite where we are or need to be to expand on fields as of yet. Okay, so while I'm thinking about it, let's grab the bridle spreader for putting down some lime. And I got plenty of it. And we gotta go put it on those 2 fields we just planted. This won't take us too long. As you can see, the working width of this is pretty wide. Should have done this before I planted the crop, but better late than never. Yeah, if the game doesn't really care what order I do it in, then I guess that's what matters the most. Then, of course, I will have to do the other field as well. That needed it. And it's probably going to take a while for our spinach harvester to get full. I think the yield in that field is going to be somewhere around 70%. Got a little trigger happy with the spreader there. Got a little triangle I gotta take care of, but we'll get that on the way back. What have you missed? You missed everything, man. We own every field. We have no loan. And we bought every piece of equipment that is known to man. We conquered FS25. Kind of. Alright, let's not drive into the river. That's what the workers are for. I mean, you can see we have moved on to October. We got these two fields planted over here that you see the linemen. We just planted wheat in these two. And we got the barley planted in the field up by the farmyard, which I need to take care of the weeds. And the spinach harvesting is going on right now. Alright, time to grab the herbicide, and I guess we'll just keep on using the Vultra. Hey, there's Sam. Sam's gonna lay right down, not really in my way, but close enough. Alright, so actually before I start spraying for the weeds, I think we'll take care of some other stuff for a little bit. But we'll get back to this in a minute. Oh yeah, all the rice is harvested as well. It better be, because you only got 1 month to harvest rice, and we moved on. Alright, we're gonna grab, actually, you know what? Won't be a whole lot of it here, but we'll grab the wool and grab the eggs. This pen, we're still waiting for the chickens to mature and also get a full pen as well. But they'll start making as many eggs as these do over here. I need to make a road through here, and eventually all this, where this field was, we're going to have more sheds here. and maybe in the future a pig pen. Let's take it easy on this bridge, shall we? Although there is a sign before you get on the bridge that says no trucks. Alright, so wool into the spinnery. See how our spinach harvester is getting along over here? Looks like they might be still doing the headlands. Eggs into the cannery to make noodle soup. Actually, no, let's get back to the Deutz. And I'm going to upgrade the trailer so it goes back up to a 37,000 liter capacity. Oh, a little too quick with the trigger. There we go. And customize and extension, yes. Customize. Let's go see if our combine up there is almost full or not, but either way, we'll try to empty it out. Get a little air over the bridge. Trying to keep the Voltra free. I know I'll be using it for spreading the herbicide, but if plowing contracts come up, like in this field to our right, I want the Voltra to be able to grab the plow and do that rather than something else. Looks like our worker's still doing the headlands, but yeah, you're working there, so this would be a good spot for me to unload it and set you back off where you were. That's why we put the extension on our side, or sorry, not silo, but our trailer. Just because this combine does hold quite a bit. And the worker should take right off where it was. And that is going to be made into bagged spinach. As it has been since we did the first harvest back in July. Now, hopefully by parking this over here, it's out of the way. But our harvester will find a way to say that it's in the way. Alright, we'll get to spraying the weeds. That way we are done. Ooh, I don't think I got enough herbicide to do the job, but we'll use what we have and then we'll go buy some if needed. I could look at the paper factory for you so we can kind of take a quick look at it and see if it's worth it. I don't know if there's anything else we need paper for. But when I run out of herbicide, or I get the field done, whichever comes first, we'll have a look at the paper mill and see what the ratio is and see if it's worth doing. I don't think I'll be doing it here, but we'll do some quick looks at it. I got enough production buildings as it is. But production buildings do make us the cash. And see, this is where the JCB would come in handy. Don't really need the Vulture for spraying the weeds. And we do have crop destruction turned on, but the crop is in the first growth stage. And you can't hurt the crop at that time. So that's why I want to get this done now. I think I did use the paper mill on Silver Run when I was there. Just because I had so much wood I was using, or had to get rid of, I should say. I think we bought all the productions just to give it a go, like I tend to do. Let's knock down that road sign there because that needs to go. You find production buildings that have product nobody wants or needs are kind of useless and pointless. I wouldn't be a bit surprised when they come out with the map later on in late of 2025. They may actually have a town project that involves those type of productions. I don't know anything. I'm just speculating that maybe they could do something with it. Not sure what, but... Am I starting to feel better about the farm? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the farm. But with my cold, it's kind of a... Yeah, I feel better than... Depending on what I do during the day, or by the end of the stream, I feel a little bit tired because the body, of course, is trying to heal itself and using a lot of energy. Although I'm just sitting here talking, but mentally. Yeah, but overall, I'm slowly getting better. So yeah, not going to quite finish the field with what we have, but no big deal either way. I would have to go to the store and buy a couple of containers anyways for next month when our wheat fields have the weeds regrow. Actually, there's more than two Adams here. There was another Adam that was here earlier. Don't know if they're still here now, but that would make three Adams in chat. Yeah, we'll just go fill up now. But while it's folding up, so if we go to Paper Factory, so does it show me how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Does it show me how much wood sells for? All right, so wood sells for, we'll just say 1,000. All right, so Paper Factory, that is half. That's roughly half. So a carton roll better sell for like 2,500. 2,900. So you do make a small profit on the carton. And now we got to look at the paper roll. So it's like 40% on a paper roll. So you better be making like 3,200 on a paper roll. 3,256. So, I mean, if you have so much wood that that you're filling with the sawmill and you have so much wood left over, I mean, yeah, you can make some money off of that. The next question would be, though, is how much is the production? Where would the trigger be for the paper mill? Paper Factory is 525,000 buckaroos. Well, I mean, yeah, you can make more money by taking wood and making it into the paper carton, cardboard, and whatever it was. But to get your money back after buying the production building, it would take you forever. But it looks nice on the map, at least. It's kind of like the wagon builder. You either got to get into wagon builder the moment you get to Riverbend Springs, because it'll take you a while to get your money back on it. But even like the wagon, you got to buy the spinnery to make the fabric. You got to buy the rope production to make rope, along with a sawmill to make planks long. And looking at the position of the paper mill, unless you take a current field up there and convert it into a forest field, That's a long way to transport wood. Okay, we need some pallets of herbicide. Nope. I saw consumables, but that's in baling. Pallets, herbicide, and we'll just get 2 like always. The production that should be here is a steel 1 and iron ore from Silver Run. You would think with all the projects to do, they would need steel. The grain elevator I could see needing like steel, but the pirate ship, not so much. Now let's go take care of the rest of those weeds. And I think that takes care of all of our field work other than the spinach field that's currently being harvested. Like I said, that's going to take us the rest of the stream to maybe get that complete, but it could leak into the next stream before I get that spinach field harvested. It takes a while, but now that we own our own spinach harvester, I don't really care what it's doing up there. It could take, I don't want to say take as long as it wants, because it does put hours on the harvester, and I am paying a worker to do it. But yeah, the sooner the better. There would be steel plates holding the beams together on a pirate ship. I mean, I'm not going to say that all pirate ships would not have it, but you don't need steel plates holding the beams together on a pirate ship. You could use wooden pegs and all that kind of stuff. Yep, cement factory is slow. And that's another reason why, at first I thought about Hutin Pentai a little while ago as the second map to get started on. I feel like as soon as I finally pick a map, there'll be one on the mod hub that comes out that I'd want to play on, because that's what usually happens. But I heard on Hutin Pentai that the temple requires a lot of cement products. And I started thinking, well, the cement production is slow as it is. And I'm not really keen on the map to begin with either. A log cabin farmhouse would not need steel. And I think what they're doing on the other farmhouses, they're using like cement and cement bricks as their structure. But well, I mean, we should probably wait. I hate to say wait, but be like almost another like 10, 11 months before we see the next map that Giants creates. And maybe they'll bring the steel production back for something there. It's not something that we can put down, is it? I know it's not on the map. I didn't see. Oil mill, paper factory. Sawmill, spinnery, sugar mill. Just seeing if they put it in here in any way, shape, or form, but no. Do not see it there. Alright, sawmill is where we need to get down to. Oh yeah. Truck likes to push me out through the fence. How rude. So right now I'm just looking for the planks. I think we'll just sell the planks straight up. Anything over here? Nope, pretty well cleaned out, actually. We'll double check on our toy maker to make sure that's got plenty of planks for making another toy. Hello, Mr. Bone and Samuel. Both of you welcome. Let me make sure I'm just picking up the planks. That kind of loaded a little bit messy, but that's okay. Let's see where the planks need to go. Let's see. Carpentry. The Cooper. 1262. So I think the Cooper wins out at 1262. Let me just make sure the toy maker has plenty. I got 31,000 liters in there. And yes, the trailer's almost done there. So let's go to the Cooper. $30,000 liters. And our trees have not grown yet. Well, one day I hope the trees will at least do something there. Just let me know that they are growing at some way, shape, or form. Yeah, the roller coaster was a fun build on Silver Run. And that was their first go at a construction project, really. I don't know, I haven't got an answer from any of the modders I've talked to that do modded maps, but I was wondering if Giants, in the Giants editor, if the modders have access to be able to do constructables themselves to create something. Didn't make the corner. Alright, we're up to 170. Let's get back to the sawmill. The northern catapus take 8 years to grow? I thought someone told me it was 4. If they take 8 years, that's going to be a while. Zigzag my way back into the mill. And now we'll load up with the prefab walls. And we'll see if these are just going up to the warehouse or not. Oh yeah, I should go up and empty out the spinach harvester. Yeah, let's jump up there and empty that out. Hopefully they can get down to this end of the field and turn around. And that's not going to happen because they're full. Well, you know what? Let's not even bother with this. Just because the combine, I got to move it anyways to unload it. I might as well just drive it right through the gate and unload right into the production building. All that is ours. They should made long-term contracts where people would ask you to build them a log cabin or something. Then you could bring them bathtubs, furniture, etc. I mean, maybe they'll bring that to it. I mean, the town projects are pretty cool to begin with. Alright, get back into the semi. Wherever it may be, there it is. And prefab walls. This should be a good payday. Farmer's market is where these need to go. So this should be about $35,000 worth of prefab walls here. Well, the furniture production is not completely useless because I did need furniture to build a log cabin. But since I knew I wasn't going to use it for anything else, I went and bought the furniture at the warehouse. But yeah, I spent a lot of money building the log cabin. Was it worth it? It was fun to do. But definitely a lot cheaper to build your own. Not build your own, but buy the pre-built one. But that paper mill is rather... I think that paper mill is the most expensive production building that I've seen so far at that much. So I guess it's kind of good that I'm coming up here to the farmer's market, because now I can swing by the canning production and pick up everything there, and probably, well, it's either going to go to the farmer's market or, well, the restaurant's been going there too, or the small farmer's kiosk, which is Grandpa Walter. $35,127. Let's swing around in here and grab all this stuff. It's gonna be more than that. Just gotta wait for the spawning to start. Right? There it goes. I was like, there's got to be more than that. There's got to be tons of bagged spinach in there. Yep, that's everything. Although it's a good stockpile already. All right, let's see where this wonderful stuff can all go. We know where it can go, but where's the best option for today? Spinach bag. Small farmer's kiosk at $7.95. I know Goldcrest Valley is offering more, but that's dealing with the whole train thing. For $6, not really worth it. Noodle soup. Farmer's Market is the best place to go. All right, what was the price difference down here? Micromanaging our selling stuff here. 768, 795. Well, I guess all depends on the kimchi. What does the kimchi have to say for itself? 643, 647. And the kimchi wants to go to the restaurant. So why would it want to go all to the same place? 643, 647. They all want to go to different spots, man. I think we just go across the way to the farmer's market. Because it's very local. It was the best price for one of the three. Oh, I also got jarred green beans. I forgot about that. Well, they're going here. And maybe we'll get to see the farmer's market actually fill up with stuff. $61,000 worth of material. So do they only show up the... Do you have to bring up like loose material? Meaning I can't bring up jarred green beans and bagged spinach. Does it have to be like loose material? Because they still got nothing in here. The only time I see stuff is when I bring up the mushrooms. Oh well. All right, we'll go back down to the farmer's market. We're going to grab the wood beams and planks long and bring that up to the playground. We know what they need more wood beams. I'm going to sell them one at a time because I don't know how much more of that material they need, and I don't want them to take it without getting paid because that can happen. But just imagine the money we'll have, not this winter, but the following winter. I think last year we made $400,000 to $450,000 worth of wood chips. And then next year we actually have another field of wood chips to harvest. So we're going to have like $500,000 easily of wood chips next winter. And I think at that time we might be getting another harvester. Maybe a vegetable harvester for the fields up for the canning production. Or maybe we might actually even swap out the Massey Ferguson. We'll have to see how next year goes. Long ways off, but gotta think in the future. Just stack it next to it and let the autoloader do its thing. Yeah, there was really no use for the paper mill in Silver Run, was there? At least not that I can think of. Looks like I missed a plank or a plank spawn since we've been here. I'm going to say I missed a plank because where it spawned seems kind of odd. We all know about my feelings about all these support posts at this sawmill. I got myself some wood chips on here. Alright. But anyways, we're going up to the playground. Hello, Sean. How you doing? Hope you're having a good Friday. Join in on the conversation of some of the production buildings that Giants have come out with that really don't lead to nowhere, and we wonder what the purpose is. Like the paper mill that costs 2 arms and a leg. I was going to say an arm and a leg, but that almost costs like 2 arms and a leg to buy the paper mill. William, don't make me reach through the screen and slap you for saying wish I was there's twice as many support posts. It was bad enough when I first started and I did with a telehandler. I felt like a bumper car trying to get all that stuff out of there. swinging it wide so the trailer makes the corners. No, you can't chainsaw the supports. It's a good thought, but nope, can't do that. Alright, still taking wood beams, that's fine. How am I doing at the toy maker? I got 7,000 there. That's going to go for quite a while. Just don't know how much more it needs of this stuff, so just want to do it one Z's at a time. But it took it all. So we are up to 300,000 in the bank account, which is looking good. And that toy will sell today, so that'll be another 50,000 coming our way. But while our spinach harvester is still doing its thing, we're going to go back to the sawmill. We're going to grab the wood chips, get that into the silo. And the sawmill would be pretty much empty, although we do need to put some trees in. Tin roof, aluminum roof, whatever roof is on that sawmill doesn't need that many support posts. Now, if that was, if we were like in Canada or up in the northern parts of the U.S., maybe that many support posts would be necessary because the snow piling on top would weigh it down quite a bit. But for the southern states, that's way too many support posts. Yeah, we'll finish that project before 2028. We better. But in a way, the playground does offer us really good prices on the materials, so it's hard to complain that they keep taking stuff. I just need to get these out of here and into our silo. And yes, I said into a silo. We're using Omatana's silo to store our wood chips in. And it's nice to use the autoloader so we don't have to come down here with a trailer and refill it one pallet at a time, which could take like 5-10 minutes, it seems like. At least with the autoloader, we just gotta load them up and drive over the silo, and it takes it in. Makes life a lot easier. Plank, I'll just put you over here for now. Guess that one's a little bit too far. It's a little shy. But we really need the silo up here. When we harvested the wood chips a couple of seasons ago, we're waiting for them to get back up to where they should be. The train silo only holds a half, well, I don't say only holds, but it holds 500,000 liters. and we ended up with like 650,000 liters of product. So we needed an extra silo. And currently, of wood chips, we got 95,000 liters of wood chips from the sawmill this year. That's the nice thing about super strength in the game now, that you can use when needed. When you gotta start moving around, I mean, you've seen how many pallets we've moved here in just the past 5 minutes from the canning production or at the sawmill, whatever. Yeah, you gotta move that many. Autoloaders and super strength come in real handy. And selling directly is not a great option when you're on hard economy, because I'm only going to get like 70% of the sale price. Oh, the worker's got a full grain tank. That was kind of like good timing. And again, with a full tank, I might as well just go and drop it off into the canning production as is. I think the object hider mod would possibly hide the entire sawmill, because I think it's going to be all tied into one. I don't think it's going to hide each individual post. Alright, so how much more room do we got left in the canning production? We got more spinach than our canning production can hold. Which is a great problem to have. We can only hold 20,000 more liters, and we got more than 20,000 liters here. Alright, they're off and good, so I need to get back down to the sawmill while that's going on. And we need to go quickly buy some trees. I'm going to buy 4 of them. And of course, you know what we're going to do with them. We're just going to cut them and collect them. But now you're telling me it's going to take 8 years for those trees to grow? I got like another 6.5 years to go on those suckers. Let's go into here. Trees. They're $2,000. Whip out the chainsaw. And then I'll dance around the tree for a bit. Okay, we found that one pretty quick. And this would give us about 100,000 liters of wood into the mill. So I'm starting to think that we're going to need a Omatana silo up at the spinach field, because all that spinach is not going to fit into our canning production. There's one tree. I don't know why I'm counting. We only got to count to 4, but that can be difficult sometimes. What am I going to do if the contract wants me to bring spinach there? There's no room. Like I said, we can put down a silo for the spinach. Yeah, Mike. The collectibles we voted on a couple weeks ago, and everyone said collect the collectibles, so we did. They're all in the grain mill, which we don't have access to, which is wonderful. So maybe when Giants gets that fixed, we can see all the collectibles the way they should be displayed. Come on now. I saw you flicker twice, but I wasn't quick enough on the trigger with the chainsaw. All the flour is... We are making flour, but the flour is on distribute, which is going up to the canning factory, and we're mixing the flour with eggs to make noodle soup. I think Mr. Whitfield heard the chainsaw going. That got his attention, so now he's back in chat. And we got one more tree to cut here. Oh. He showed up there for a second. Boy, it's very finicky. Alright, right there is going to be good. All I said, North, is about 2 weeks ago we voted on if people wanted me to get the collectibles, and people said yes, so we got the collectibles. I usually don't collect collectibles, but I got to give the people what they wanted. They wanted the collectibles. We just can't see them because we don't have access to get inside of the grain mill. Have to wait for an update for them to allow us to get back into the grain mill. Alright, so we're at 24,000 liters. Now we're at 115,000 liters. Stumping gone. Lumberjack mod, by the way, in case you didn't know. All right. Now, yeah, we're going to visit the store because I will check the sale page. Okay, nothing going on there, but medium tractor, JCB. 235 is the biggest, right? Just to be sure. Yep, 235 is the biggest. We will put BKTs on there. Can I do narrow tires? Oh, we can do flotations. We're going to put floaters on there. Beacons. Low beacon 2. High beacons. Okay, I want those. I don't want the strobes. They don't look as good. We'll leave the markers on there. So the flag. So UK black, UK color. Yep, we'll go with UK color. GPS. That's no extra charge. Horns. Why not? No extra charge. Extinguisher. I didn't see where that... Oh, I see where it goes. We'll get the extinguisher. Front load attacher. Don't need that. And I don't think we really need anything else. Unless I want to change the rims to kind of match the UK flag. Just a little bit, just to give us a little bit more red. That way it's not all yellow everywhere. Or I could go, is it this blue? Because there is blue in the flag as well. That looks a little bit off to me though. I think the red kind of goes in because it also matches the extinguisher and the markers as well. $230,000, $150 for a decent medium-sized JCB fast track. 37 miles an hour, top speed. There we go. We got ourselves a lovely JCB. While we're here, although I don't think I can afford it, I do want to get, I think down the road, another Brantner trailer. And that is going to cost, that would cost $65,000. Yeah, that's even before I do the upgrade. So I almost have enough money for that. So, but we don't need the trailer today. And I mean, I don't really need the JCB today either. But I think that one works. I think the red works with the flag. But you guys, I can't remember who it was, but they wanted me to get the UK flag on it because I guess that's where JCB was created somewhere by the creators. So yeah, red rims looks good. I do like the floaties on there, although it looks like they are clipping into the fenders a bit on the front. Is that going to affect anything? It doesn't really look like it affects anything other than the way it may look. But yeah, we needed another tractor on the farm. And this thing should have some good top speed on it. Any chance there's a contract I could use this on? There are a couple of plowing contracts. Although that plow does require more horsepower than JCB has, but it should be able to handle it. Any other contracts? That's the cotton harvesting, which I don't want to get involved in. Cultivating. Well, there is a decent paying cultivating job, but if there were other ones, I would look into it. But let's go ahead and we'll bring this actually up to the spinach harvester. Don't know why I came this way. Completely down the wrong road. Now I'm sitting over the railroad track, so just ignore me for a second. We'll take a ride inside the JCB, in case you want to see around it. Got a nice little sunroof. And being a mod, I might actually have options where I could open and close windows as well. Not the fastest JCB ever, right? Because I think in 22, I think they could get up to like 47 miles an hour, maybe even 50. That guy's trying to come out and hit the new JCB tractor. That's not what we need. Yeah, the engine does sound good too. I actually do like the red rims on there rather than the blue. Oh yeah, it's good I didn't actually buy the other trailer because I'm going to need a silo up here that's going to cost us some cash. There we go. No, I think the horsepower is like 234. It's not the biggest JCB for sure. It's like the medium-sized JCB. If you want to know the model number of that JCB, it's the Icon 4000 apparently. But it's good to have another tractor on the farm because we could really use it in the middle of summer through early fall, mid-fall. I mean, our field will need to be plowed, but I want to get the plow in here because they'll catch up to the harvester very easily. And already we got more than enough spinach in here to fill up the production. I'm wondering, I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't think I can, the canning factory will take almost all of this, almost. I got room for 20,000 liters, and I already got 26. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe I could harvest this and put the rest in the harvester, but I mean, I guess I could put it in the trailer, but then I don't have a trailer to feed the chickens. Maybe a silo is just what we need up here. The silo is going to be the cheapest thing, 30,000 to put down a silo. Just because we got to use the JC. I was going to bring the harvester over to unload it, but really we use the JCB. If it gets down this far, which it may not. So I'm going to have the same issue with the silo, unless I do actually have room. I didn't have room for the shed. But I wonder if I got room. Land not owned by you. I wonder how close this has to be in order for it to be in range of the production, because it will take the spinach right out of the silo if I'm close enough. So yeah, basically I don't own that, which I don't think I want to buy that land anyways if I can. No, can't buy it anyways. All right. Give me all your spinach. I know one thing, Riverbend Springs is going to be a healthy little town with all the bags of spinach that we are going to be producing for the next forever long we're going to be here. So it's not going to take the whole trailer. Also, with the flotation tires, I should not leave that much of ground deformation either, because we're spreading the weight over a large area. Not that it really matters in game other than looks itself. But yeah, that tractor is looking pretty darn good. And yeah, by putting the flag on the front, that adds some more color to it. So I guess if I were to put down a silo, boy, right there would be the best spot for it, but we don't own the land. I guess I'd have to put it maybe over by the shed. But then I would lose some of our poplar right now as well. I mean, I suppose I could just put the silo back here. It's not the most convenient land not owned by me. All right. I'm just trying to think when there's crop in the field, in order to get like a trailer back here, I'm going to be cutting that corner. I realized I could take up and put it into the field itself. But then that would make the field look kind of weird, and the worker would just do more hokey pokey stuff. Yeah, and I don't own this over here either. And we only own up to... Basically, we just own the field itself. So it's either put over here in the poplar, which is not the worst thing. I could just pop it like right here. Probably not putting it there, but I'll rest on it overnight and see how I feel about it. But I think it's probably going to go right there. That's probably the best spot to put it. I mean, we're going to lose a little bit of poplar, a little bit of wood chips, but no, overall, that's not that many wood chips to begin with. But this is our fifth tractor, right? Fifth tractor. We got the Voltra, we got the Deutz, we got the AgroStar, the 3650 John Deere, and now we got the JCB. So we got 5 running tractors now. Hello, David. But, yeah, I think we'll let this harvester keep on going. And we'll wrap it up in tomorrow's stream. Because we are at the 4-hour mark. and my throat is starting to feel it just a little bit, which is better than it has been. Usually I've been hitting like a couple days ago I went like 2 hours, my throat was bad. Yesterday was like 3 hours, today I went 4 hours, so I'm starting to feel a little bit better as we go along here. But yeah, we'll finish up the spinach harvest and then probably move on, unless a plowing contract comes up in that field. I'll probably take that. That'll be like $10,000 worth, and maybe we'll use the JCB at that point. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But anyways, yeah, if you're still here and you enjoyed what you watched today, and you want to help me out, hitting that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen, be very much appreciated. Thumbs down button is there as well. If you didn't like what you saw, you can hit that if you'd like to. But if you would, I mean, if you do, I don't want you to, but if you do hit the thumbs down button, leave me as a comment as to why, but no one ever does. Also, the subscribe and notification bell is down there as well. If you're new here, might want to tap on those so you don't miss out on the content we're doing here on Riverbend Springs. And oh yeah, I gotta record an ATS video for Sunday. I gotta do that later. So like ATS videos, American Truck Simulator, that is. And we play a lot of other simulator games, but mainly for the past month it's been FS25 here on Riverbend, which we'll be back tomorrow doing more of Riverbend Springs and finishing up the spinach harvest. And yeah, we'll move on through the winter months probably pretty quickly, I think, because we don't really have that much to sell other than take care of the animals and take care of the productions and the sawmills and all that. Money will roll in, so we'll see what we spend there, but looks like we're going to have to buy ourselves a sawmill. May buy myself that trailer because it's not that expensive, and then we'll get back to maybe paying some more money on that loan. Or maybe even maybe looking at some land as well. Start preparing for the next winter when we'll sell a whole bunch of wood chips, where I could afford to buy another harvester, like a pea harvester or a green bean harvester, but we shall see. It's a long ways off. But anyways, I'm going to head out of here, and hopefully everyone enjoyed today. I appreciate everyone like always, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.